Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So I'm gonna be tier ranking every book I read while I was 19. Every book I read as a 19-year-old. So I just turned 20 2 days ago. I know a lot of people usually do like recaps all the books they read in a year, but I thought it'd be more fun to look at it as all the books I read at a certain age, so I can look back at it and see what books I read when I was that age, if that makes sense, because my birthday is near the end of the year, so it's almost the same. Anyways, you guys understand. So we have books from the 22nd of December last year to the 22nd of December this year that I read, and we're gonna rank them. I made the little tier categories, but I didn't put a lot of effort into them because I can't come up with these things. I'm just not good at it. So we have my all-time favorite. So these are just my all-time favorite books. I mean, it's pretty obvious what that one is. Loved it. So just the books I loved, but they're not all-time favorites. Good. These are like the... So all-time favorite is like my 6-star books. Loved it is like 5 stars. Good is probably 4 stars, maybe a little lower. Just okay is like 3 stars, didn't like 3 stars, and absolutely hate is like 1 stars or DNF'd. Actually, I didn't put any DNF books in here, so just books that I read the whole book but I hated it. So we have 105 books. This is gonna take a long time. I did a video like this with my romance books I had read, and I only had like 20 books in that video, and it took me forever to edit, so I am not excited to edit this, but that's okay. We should get started. So these are just in like a random order. First we have Howl's Moving Castle. The Studio Ghibli movie I watched. The book paled in comparison. It wasn't as good. I didn't like the third person. I felt like it wasn't, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna put it in good. I'm not gonna say too much about all these books because we have a lot to go through, but it definitely wasn't as good. Like, I had a good time, but also when I've already watched the show or the movie, I don't really like reading the book, or the other way around. If I've read the book, I don't really like watching the show or the movie because I know what happens. I'm someone that doesn't rewatch or reread stuff, so I don't like reading something if I've already watched the movie and it just wasn't as good. Secret History. I kind of forgot I read this book. I think I rated this at 4 stars. I probably would lower my rating down. I think I was influenced by everyone that loves this book. A lot of it was just not rememberable wasn't rememberable for me. I feel like because like it's a classic, I understand why it's so popular and the writing and everything, but like I don't really think it was for me. So much of that book I don't even remember. It just felt like there was no point to it. I don't know. We're just gonna put it in just okay. I can't read this one. The Canterville Ghost by Oscar Wilde. I like this story. Like, I don't really remember it. This is a short story I read on Halloween. I'm just gonna put in good because, like, actually I might put it in just okay because I don't even really remember it. Goosebumps Horrorland. I didn't like this. Which makes sense because it's for kids, but I wasn't really a fan. I was bored and I was expecting something better because it's like Goosebumps is like a popular series, very popular. It gets a lot of kids into reading, so I expected more. My friend Dharma did not like this book. Should I put it do I hate it? I kind of do hate it. I read this for Halloween as well. I don't like the person that wrote this book. The way he wrote it was so weird, and there were slurs in this book. There was I didn't like this at all. There was no accountability taken. I go more into detail about my thoughts in my Halloween reading vlog, so if you want to see like my full thoughts, you can watch that video. Attack on Titan, I don't even remember this book. We're gonna put it in didn't like. That was the first book in the manga series. I wasn't into it. I'm not liking any of these books so far. Unit of the Dawn. What one is this? Number 2. I think I got to like the 3rd book in this series and didn't continue. I think I'd like to continue it, but I was kind of bored with it. But I know so many people really love the series, but like I don't even remember. Oh, actually, we'll put it in just okay. I'll put all of them in just okay, but I don't even really remember what happened. I really want to get into it, but it's so long, so I don't know. And my local library doesn't have it, so I have to borrow it from a library that's a bit further away. And it's always a hassle because I have to go out of my way to go there. I don't have a car or anything, so I have to get like my dad or someone to take me, and then if I don't read it in time I have to go. It's not really, but at some point I do want to read it. Throne of Glass, I think good. I only read the first book. I need to continue the series, but the first book was very not what I was expecting. I rated it 4 stars. It's a very, very slow build up to the whole story. I really like the writing. I annotated that book, but yeah, I feel like it was a really slow introduction to the whole story, but I can see it having like a lot of significance if I continue the story. We have a lot of Ice Planet Barbarian books. I think I'm gonna put them mostly in the same categories because I don't remember each individual story. These are short novellas set on they're set on like this alien planet, so it's human girls with aliens. I know how that sounds. I don't care, okay? They were fun and enjoyable and I don't take them seriously, but it's fun. It's like a nice palate cleanser. Anyways, I think we're gonna put them all in good. The Cruel Prince. This overall series for me is a 5-star series, but I don't know how to rank each individual one. I think I'm gonna put The Cruel Prince. Did I? Yeah, I loved it. Okay. The Wicked King. Is it an all-time favorite? I don't know. I really like, yeah, we're putting it in all-time favorite. And where's The Queen of Nothing? All-time favorite. Okay. You're Not of the Dawn. I'm gonna put it over here as well in Just Okay. Oh, okay. This is a manga series. I think it was called Love Me, Love Me Not. There's 12 books in the series and I read all of them except for the last one because I was really over it by that point. I really liked the first, I can't even remember now. I read them in like February, but maybe the first like 8 books, and then I didn't like the ending. I felt like it was really, really anticlimactic when they actually got together. Like it felt like so much build up for nothing. I think we're gonna put them in Just Okay because they weren't life-changing and they were for like a younger audience, but I still really like them and they got me more into manga. Ooh, okay. Archer's Voice is a all-time favorite. Absolutely love that book. Call Me By Your Name is good. Don't really think about that book very often. From Luke with Love, I think, is that an all-time favorite? Yes, that's an all-time favorite. I adore that book. Coraline the graphic novel, this was, I didn't like it. It wasn't very good. The art style was not my cup of tea. It didn't suit the story of Coraline, and it's just basically the same thing but as a graphic novel, but like it didn't have the magic of the movie. The Lost Sisters, this is a novella in the Cruel Prince series. I didn't like that at all. It just follows mostly Jude's sister's point of view. I don't even remember her name, but I didn't like her at all, and anyways. I'm a mess. Anyways, okay. Witch Hat Atelier, I think. This is a manga series. I've forgotten about this series. I didn't finish it. I think I got like 2 books in maybe. We're gonna put it in Just Okay. Punk 57, I loved it. It was a really, really fun book. Well Met was like a really, really loved romance book of mine, but then I read the rest of the series and it ruined everything for me. The rest of the series was terrible. Like it was not good. So I kind of don't look at Well Met as like a favorite book anymore because it's tainted by the other books. But I think when I read it, it was really important because I related a lot to the female main character and I really needed to read something relatable like that and something that helped me mentally, I think, which is why I really loved it at the time. I think, should I put it in good? We'll put it in loved it because I did love it. Heartstopper, I loved. We love Heartstopper. Oh, okay. This is a poetry collection by Lana Del Rey. I don't support her anymore. She has made choices I don't agree with and I choose not to support her, so we're gonna put it, I feel like hate is really dramatic. I did rate this book 5 stars when I read it. I don't really think about it much anymore, but I don't like it anymore, so we're just gonna put it, we'll put it in didn't like because I don't hate it. Like, this is more about Lana than the actual book. Please don't come at me for not liking her because I know people might get upset by that, but I just don't like her and that's okay. The Magnus Library, this was okay. This is the first book in another manga series that I didn't, I really should Oh, I miss this series. I only read the first book, but I should. Oh, it was really cute. Okay, I should read that series next year. Serpent and Dove. Well, this is another instance where I loved this book and then the rest of the series ruined it for me. Yeah, so this is a 3-book series. I read Serpent and Dove, loved it, was obsessed with it. But then I read Blood and Honey, the second book, which I didn't even finish, and that just ruined everything. I think I want to eventually finish the series. I still love this book and I love the characters, but I can't think about it anymore without being angry and upset about it. Like, I can't think about the Serpent and Dove and be like, oh my god, I love these characters, it was so good. I just think I'm just annoyed when I think about it now. So it's just ruined everything. Well Traveled, didn't like. This is a part of the Well Met series. Boring book, boring couple, boring setting. Daisy Jones and the Six, I really love this book, but I don't really think about it that much anymore. Should I put it in loved anyway? I think, is it, I feel like this is my least favorite out of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books that I've read. Even though, like, I really loved it at the time, I feel like it doesn't really hold a place in my heart anymore. Okay, Well Played, a part of the Well Met series, don't like you. Earthlings was just okay. It wasn't what I was expecting. I expected a lot more, because people always say it's so unhinged and crazy, which it was, but I expected something different. I don't know. The whole story just, it made no sense. At the same time, it was so clear the point the author was trying to make that it was like, it was so painfully obvious. A Court of Frost and Starlight, I don't even think about this book anymore. We'll say just okay. Ooh, okay, A Court of Silver Flames. I love this book. Is this an all-time favorite? So the thing about this book is, I love the ACOTAR series, but now I don't. But like, the last book still holds a special place in my heart. But when I think about the last book, I also think about the whole series, which I don't like anymore. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, the last book is the only book in the series I really like anymore. Where do I categorize it? I don't know. We're gonna put it in loved it. How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. This was fun. I like this book. This is like another, it's kind of like a novella, but it's like a picture book at the same time. I really liked it. And you got to see more of Carden's childhood. Lovesick, I didn't like this. It was weird. I didn't like the stories. Malibu Rising, absolute all-time favorite. The Wisteria Society was just okay. Or maybe, was it good? No, it was just okay. I don't even really think about it that much. I feel like it was a bit all over the place, and I was expecting to love it and I didn't, so that was disappointing. It Happened One Summer, I loved it. Better Than the Movies was good. I didn't love that book just because it's YA, and the third act breakup I absolutely hated. Garlic and the Vampire was good. That was a nice story. The Ex-Hex was just okay. I found this story really boring, I can't lie. I had been wanting to read that book for such a long time. I had such high expectations that when I finally read it and I didn't enjoy it that much, I was really disappointed. Hook, Line and Sinker, loved it. Book Lovers, did not like. I don't hate it, but I did not like it. Emily Henry is not for me. I don't know, I just don't mesh well with her books. I always find them really boring, too descriptive. It's too much like literary fiction and not enough like a romance book. Alpha Inmate, didn't like this book. This was a short story that was just, it was something. I don't know how to, oh my god, this thing keeps coming up. Yeah, it was something. It was so weird. I don't know. Tarnished Crown. Which book is this in the series? I think this is the second book in the series, in the Scarlet Princess series, and I loved that series. I gave this book a 5 stars. When I put in loved it, I loved that couple so much. I'm Glad My Mum Died, at all-time favorite. I love that book so much. Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead, also really love this book. Praise, I really liked this book, even though like the concept was really outlandish. I really liked it and I had a fun time. Oh, it wasn't really outlandish, it was more like forbidden sort of thing. So is this one, and I also really liked it. Give Me More, I really like this as well. Always Only You all-time favorite. I love that book so much. Love on the Brain I loved, but it's probably my least favorite Ali Hazelwood book out of like the long novels, not including like the novellas. That's probably my least favorite one, even though I still rated it 5 stars because I really liked it. But I think about that one the least. Probably Below Zero I thought was really good. This is a novella by Ali Hazelwood. Under One Roof, I really like this one as well. Scarlet Princess, I like this book. I didn't love it. That's the first book in the Scarlet Princess series. Garlic and the Witch was just okay. Everything for You was good. I didn't love this book. On Sun Swallowing, I loved this book. This is like a poetry collection by Dakota Warren, who is a booktuber as well. Half a Soul, I loved this book. Divine Rivals, this was good. I didn't really love it. I don't even really think about it that much anymore. I don't know. It wasn't what I was expecting. It was too stressful for me. And there wasn't much magic. X's and O's. Absolutely hate this book. It was so bad. The female main character was so immature. She acted like a child. And she's like 30. I'm like, why are you acting like that? The romance wasn't even that good. The male main character said like, I think he said misogynistic things. I don't know, he said stuff I didn't like. The House in the Cerulean Sea, I really like this book, but I don't like the author anymore, so we're gonna say didn't like, because I can't think about this book positively anymore now that I know things about the author that I don't like. King of Wrath, I like this book. Okay, King of Wrath was good. Love Theoretically is a all-time favorite. Absolutely love this book so much. Academically Yours I didn't like. It was so long and felt so boring and there's just nothing to it. Unfortunately Yours I loved. Sorry if you can hear a dog barking. Well Matched was just okay. Black Ties and White Lies was just okay. It was really long. And the guy said he kept giving me the ick with his dirty talk. Make Me was just okay. It was just way too much smut and way too many arguments and miscommunication, and yeah. If Only You is an all-time favorite. I love that book. Oh my god, this stupid dog. The Fine Print was good. Bite the Woman That Feeds was good. Bite the Terror That Feeds. This is the second book in the series, I think, which was also good. This is like a vampire fantasy romance. The Crimson Kingdom, I loved this book. Stuck With You, I didn't like this novella. I didn't like either character. They were both really annoying. Stone Fruit is a graphic novel I didn't like. I didn't understand the message behind the story. It just made me feel more depressed, even though I think its point was to make you feel better. I don't know. I didn't get it. Better Than the Prom, I like this book. This is a novella for Better Than the Movies. Powerless was good. I didn't like the ending in this book, and I felt like it was really repetitive. The flirting and a lot of the scenes just felt really repetitive, and I feel like the writing wasn't that good, but I did enjoy it. Love Redesigned was just okay. The characters I didn't really like that much, and it felt way too long, and it was a bit of like a second chance romance, which I'm not really a fan of. The Mistletoe Motive was good. It was just a short Christmas novella that was good. Guild was good. I really want to continue that series. And Fourth Wing, also good. Okay, those are all of my books. that I read while I was 19. I feel like I went through those way too quickly, but I've talked about like every single one of these books on my channel, definitely most of them more than once, so I feel like I'm always repeating myself. This is so weird to look at, to just see every book I read. I feel like I didn't read that many books that I loved. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if any of these are your favorite. That's all. Bye!